Hi, in this video, we will look into LR parsing with tables. We want to know how to construct a stack table using the informations that we have. Okay, so to implement this shift reduce parsing with a table, there are two operations that we need to know, which is shift and reduce. Okay, so this technique make use of two tables. So we need two tables to control the parser, which is action tables as well as a goto table. So there are two tables that we need in order to actually construct a stack for this grammar shift reduce parsing. Yeah. So for action tables, so it is used to determine whether a shift or reduce to be involved. So we want to know whether we want to do a shift or whether we want to do a reduce. Okay, so if it specifies a reduce, it also indicates which grammar rules is to be reduced. So if let's say it is reduced, so it will indicate which grammar rules. So it will indicate like reduce 6 means that we want to reduce grammar rules number 6. Okay, if it says that reduce 4 means that actually we are reducing grammar rules number 4. Okay, so shift action is implemented by a push operation followed by an advanced input operation. So if it is a shift, means that actually we are push the input symbol into the stack. That is shift. Okay, so if it is a reduce, means that we are replace it with the informations from goto table, depending on the rules. Depending on the rules, let's say we are saying that the reduce saying that it is reduce 6 means that we need to refer to rules number 6. What are the grammar, what are the non-terminal involved, and then we need to look into the goto table to see what we need to push inside the stack. Okay, so most probably it is actually to replace the non-terminal with a new terminal or non-terminal. Okay, so goto table indicate which stack symbol is to be pushed on the stack after a reduction. So that is what is goto. So which stack symbol to be pushed. A reduce action must always specify the grammar rules to be reduced. So it will indicate which grammar rules. Okay, reduce 2, reduce 4. So the number after reduce means rules number, which rules to be used. The reduce action is implemented by a replace operation in which stack symbol on the right side of the specified grammar rules are replaced by a stack symbol. So we are replacing it with the right side of the specified grammar. Okay. All right. So let's see this example. For example, suppose we have the following stack and input configurations. So our input is A, B, and marker. Okay, so our stack we have a start symbol and then S. S is our first non-terminal. So we need to indicate whether it is a shift or a reduce. Okay, so in which the bottom of the stack is to the left, the action shift will result in the following configuration. So here, what we need to do is to shift the input into the stack. Okay, we shift the input to the stack. So when we shift means that we push the input symbol into the stack. So we push A into the stack. So now it becomes SA. Okay, then let's say in our rules there is on the right hand side of our grammar that contain SA. So it's similar to the one in the stack. So here we indicate that we can reduce this code. Okay, reduce is when you see on the right hand side of your grammar is the same with the one in the stack. So means that this SA, you can reduce it to become some non-terminal. Okay, so what you need to replace it with will depend on the information in the goto table. Okay, so the A has been shifted from the input to the stack. Suppose then that in the grammar rule 7. So let's say this is your grammar rule 7, means that reduce 7. So you need to, when it is a reduce, you need to look information in the goto table. So how? Select the row of the goto table level, the start symbol. Okay. So for you to read the goto table, there are two information needed. Okay. One is the row, another one is a column. So what would be the row? Row would be the one that before the input symbol. Okay, let's say in this case your SA is equals to the right hand side of one of the rules. Okay, in this case it's rule 7, SA. So what is before this SA? Okay, so in this case before SA is the start symbol, the triangle start symbol. So means that your row, you should read on your goto table row start symbol. Okay, then what would be your column? Okay, you should read the column from the grammar. Okay, you should look at the what is the the left hand side of the grammar. Okay, the right hand side of the grammar is B. So B would be the column to be read. Okay, so remember on the goto table they have a row and column. So which row and which column to read would be depend on this information. One, the row will be taken from the input symbol before SA, which is a stack, which is the start symbol, and for row you should read on the left hand side of the grammar. In this case, which is B. Okay, in this case is B. So you read this as a column, this B as a column, this start symbol, triangle start symbol as a row. Okay, on the goto table. Okay, this will be the column. Okay. Okay, if the entry in the cell is push X, then the action reduce 7 would result in the following configurations. So what does it mean here? In your goto table row, let's say this is your row, have this triangle, and then your column contain B. Okay, so the one in this cell is X, for example. Then the one that you should push into your stack will be X. Means that the information in the cell start symbol and B. Okay, so you should push X inside. Okay, so this is how the action and the goto table looks like. So the actions here will determine whether you need to reduce or whether you need to shift operation, whether you need to do a reduce or shift operations. And this is the goto table. Okay, so this is to indicate which stack symbol that should be replaced. Okay, for example, show the sequence of stack input actions and goto configurations for the input var times var. So this is your input, for example, using the parsing table of figure 5.7. So this is the figure 5.7. Okay, so they want you actually to come out with this stack input action and goto configurations. Come out with this figure. Okay, with using this grammar G5. So let's say this is the grammar. Okay, and then come out with this table. Okay, so when you want to do these configurations, there are 4 information needed, which is a stack, input, action, and goto. Okay, action is read from the action table. Goto is read from the goto table. Goto will only be read if the action is reduced. Okay, when the action is shift, so you don't have to read the goto. You only read goto if the action is reduced. Okay, you see, reduce 6 here would mean that is a rules number. It refers to rules number 6. If it's a reduce 4, it would mean that you refer to rules number 4. Okay, so you start with the input var times var. It means that you start from the bottom until you get to the start symbol of the grammar, which is expression. Expression is a start, so you start from bottom. That is a bottom up parsing. Okay, so you start from the input. So the input is given here. They want var times var. Okay, so the stack, you must do it horizontally. Okay, so this is the initial stack with the start symbol. Okay, the triangle start symbol, and the rest is empty. And you need to read one by one. Means that you need to read the input from var and then goes to the star and then another var. Okay, and then the end marker until you get accept. Until the end, you get accept action. Okay, all right. So the first thing is you need to read the first input, which is var. Okay, how to read this? You need to look into, okay, then you want to know, is it shift or reduce? Then you need to look into your action table. Okay, so for example, in this case, you need to consider informations, the one in the stack, okay, the one on the top of the stack. Okay, so in this case, on the top of the stack is the triangle, the start symbol, and the first input is var. Okay, so this start symbol is your stack symbol, okay, which is your row of the action table. So the var here would be the column. Okay, read is the information for column in the action table. Okay, look. So you need the information of a start symbol, which is your row. The column part is var. So the actions here is shift var. Okay, then you see it do shift var. So after you do shift var, means that you push var into the stack. So now you push var into the stack. Okay, that is shift. Shift means that you push the information into stack. Okay, done with the first stack. Now we are in the second stack here. Okay, as I said, if it is a shift, so you don't have to go to goto. Okay, you don't have to read goto. Only when it is reduced, you need to read goto. Okay. All right. Then we are moving to the second stack. Okay. What are the information needed for action table is the one on the top of the stack will be the row. Okay. The next input symbol will be the column. So in this case, a row is var. Your column is star. Okay. Then refer to the stack table, action table here. Row is var. Okay. This is var. Your column is star, which is here. So what would be the action is reduce 6. Okay, reduce 6. Okay, now you write the action as reduce 6. Okay, and I said if it is reduced, you need to read the goto table. So how? Okay, in order to read the goto table, as I said, you need two informations. Okay, the first information is what are the one that before the input symbol on the stack, and then another one is from the rules as a column. Okay, so look into this case. Let's look into reduce 6. Reduce 6 means that it is rules number 6. Rules number 6 says that factor goes to var. So means that we want to replace var. Okay, we want to replace var with some stack symbol. So what is it? What stack symbols? That one we need to read it from goto table. Okay. So in this case, in order to read the goto table, what will be the row and column? So in this case, row is the one before var, which is the triangle here. What will be the column? So in this case, the column is from your rules, which is factor. Okay, factor. All right. Okay, let's look into your goto table. Row and column. Row is a triangle here, and your column is factor. Okay, look into your goto table. Row, which is triangle, and the column is factor. So what you need to push is push factor 4. Okay. Now you write in your goto is push factor 4. Now, as I said, if it is a reduce, means that it replace. Okay, so what we did actually is replace var with a new stack symbol. So in this case is factor 4. So you replace this var into factor 4. Okay, so that is how you read a reduce. Okay, done. We are done with the second stack. Now we move to the third stack. Again, we repeat the process reading the action table. Okay, for the action table, you need to read what is on the top of the stack, which is 4. This is your row, and the input symbol is again a star. Okay, so this is your row. So factor 4 is a row, the star is your column. Okay, the star is your column. So go back to the action table. Okay, go back to your action table. Factor 4 is your row. This is a factor 4 is your row. And then your column is a star here. Okay, so what indicate here is reduce. The operation that you need to do is reduce 4. So write down here reduce 4. Okay, now it is reduced, then you have to do the goto. Okay, for goto, you need to indicate what would be the row and column. First, you need to see reduce 4 means that it is from rules number 4. So rules number 4 said that term goes to factor. Means that you have a factor here. You need to reduce it or replace it with other input, other stack symbol. Okay, factor. Okay, this is a factor that you need to replace. Okay, so the row would be a triangle. The column would be from the rules, which is in this case is term. Okay, so this is term. So you need go to the goto table for look in the information inside a row, triangle, and column term. Okay, triangle, column, term. So what it says here, push term 2. So in the goto, you write push term 2. So what does it mean? Actually, you are replace factor with a term 2. Okay, so done that part. Now we are moving to stack number 4. Again, we are repeating the process of reading the action table. So on the top of the stack is term 2. So this is your row. What will be the input symbol is a star. So look into your action table, term 2, and the column is star. So it says shift star. Shift star. Okay, so what you do is shift star. The action is shift star. So if it says shift star, means that you are pushing, you push a star inside the stack. So now you are in your stack, you got star. Okay, so because it is shift, you don't have to do a go to. Okay, now we go to a next stack. Okay, so on the top of the stack is star. The next input symbol is var. So row star, column var. Okay, row star. Okay, here, column var. So it says here shift var. Okay, then the action is shift var. Okay, so if it says shift var here, means that you need to push this var into the stack. Alright, so you don't have to do go to because it is shift. Now you move to the next stack. Okay, on the next stack, what is on the top of your stack is var. So this is your row. What will be on the column? So there's no more input, but you have here and marker. Okay, and marker will be your column. Okay, we need to do this until we get accept and we reach the start symbol of the grammar, yeah, which is expressions. Okay, so what you need to look is var as a row and end marker as a column. Var, yeah, and end marker as a column. So it says here reduce 6. Okay, the last one here, reduce 6. So you write there reduce 6. Okay, right there reduce 6. Sorry. Okay, reduce 6. So now it's reduced. We need to look for the information inside the go to table. Okay, there are 2 information needed. Okay, so look into here. It says reduce 6 means that it refers to rules number 6. Rules number 6 say that if you see a var, factor goes to var. Means that if you see a var, replace it with other input stack. So means that var, var is the one that you need to replace. Var. So what is the one before var? It is star. So star will be your row. What will be the column? So column will refer to the rules. That refer to rules number 6, which is factor. Okay, factor. So means that your row is star, your column is factor. So look into the go-to table, star and factor. So star is a row, your column is a factor. So it's a push factor 3. So you push factor 3. Okay, so what you did is var, you replace it factor 3. Replace it with factor 3. Okay. Okay. Now we go to the next stack here. So start again. What is on the top of the stack? It is factor 3. And what will be the column part? It is and marker. So factor 3 is a row and marker is the column. So see factor 3. So here factor 3 and the end marker. So it says reduce 3. Okay. So you write down there reduce 3. Okay, reduce 3. Right? So reduce 3 means that you need to do a go to. Reduce 3 means that rules number 3. Rules number 3 says that term goes to term times factor. So what you want to replace here actually is terms times factor, all of this. You need to replace all of this because it said term 3 say, rule number 3 said term goes to terms times factor, means that all of the terms times factor that you need to replace it with. So what you want to replace it with, so look for the row part, what would be before terms times factor is a triangle. Okay, so triangle is your column, is your row, and what would be your column? Okay, look into your rules, which is rule number 3. So you choose term. Term will be your column. Okay, term. So row is a triangle, your column is term. So look into your goto table. Triangle and term is here. So it says push term 2. So we write down there push term 2. So what you put in your stack is term 2. So you are replacing the terms 2 times factor into, okay, so into the terms 2 times factor, replace with terms 2. Okay, done. Okay, now move to the next stack here. What is on the top of the stack is term 2. What will be the column is and marker. So go to your action table. Term 2 is a row and marker is your column. Okay, term 2 here and marker. So it says reduce 2. Okay, reduce 2. And marker is here. So term 2 and marker is reduced 2. So write down reduce 2 here. Okay. So means that reduce 2 refer to rules number 2. Refer to rules number 2. Rules number 2 say expression goes to term. Means that if you see term here, replace it with something else, with some other stack symbol. Okay. Now we need to look information on the goto table. So what would be the row? What would be the column? The row would be the one that before term 2, which is a triangle. The column is refer to your rules, which is expression. EXPR will be your column. So triangle and EXPR. Okay, triangle and EXPR. So you see here is push expression 1. So write down push expressions 1. So means that term 2 you replace it with expression 1. Okay, done. Now we look into this stack table. What is on the top of your stack? Expression 1. What would be the column is and marker. So expression 1 here and end marker is accept. Okay, then done. So the output is accept. So that is the end of this part of writing a table for a shift reduce parser. Thank you very much.